Hi, welcome to the Britshaver Shaving channel. My name's John Newton and we're going to do something a little bit different today. How can it be different? How can it be different? But I'm not going to tell you, and maybe I'll put some notes on the video, or maybe I won't. You'll have to just watch the video and find out what's going to be different about today's video. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my favourite shaving brush, which by now is thoroughly broken in, and it is my Omega 617 silver tip badger brush, which I bought in Italy, and it's amazing, this brush really. I paid €52 for it. I think I got €2 off for being a good customer. Though I'd never been to that shop before, but that was very sweet of them. And so I think it was a bargain really, because if you tried to buy a really good silver tip badger brush in this country, you'd be hard pushed to find one for £50, I think. And €50, about £45, maybe something like that. So anyway, I'm just going to make that a little bit wet and put a little bit. See, I haven't soaked it. I don't tend to soak my brushes. I will dip them in the water, just make them nice and wet. And now that brush doesn't really need to be soaked. It's got quite nice soft tips. It picks up quite a lot of water. I'm quite happy with it in general. So I'm just going to produce some shaving cream, and this is the Bluebeards Revenge Shaving Cream. Haven't quite finished it, and I'm determined to. I paid for it, so I'm going to use it up. So let's get a fair bit on the brush. There you go. You can see the bottom of the jar now. Hope is not lost. Sometimes when you buy a jar of shaving cream and you use it a little bit, it noises me clanking the brush on the shaving bowl, by the way. I like metal shaving bowls, don't like glass ones, not keen on porcelain ones. Stone ones, forget it. I can barely hold this up, let alone a heavy bowl. Anyway, so what I found with this shaving cream is you have to be quick, really. If you hang around, it will just dissipate on you or start to flake off. So put a little bit of extra water into the shaving bowl from Turkey. As you can see, it's developing a really interesting pattern now on the outside. I like it. I like things that are not perfect, not dead on. It's quite nice to see something with a bit of character. I think that's decent. Going to wet my face. Okay. Nice and wet. Let's get some shaving cream on the beard, shall we? I still quite like the smell of this stuff. Not keen on its persistence. Always very suspicious of things that have won grooming awards. But this apparently it's won awards. Bit like some actors, you do wonder. And as you can see now, the shaving brush really does its own thing. It's fantastic now. And let's see. Let's see about the razor blade I'm going to use today, shall we? The other hand, not so sure about. Let's see, shall we? I don't really know what to do with that. I've never really used my left hand for anything, so I'm going to try using my right. Well, that's my first time with a cutthroat razor. That is one that I bought shave ready. I haven't touched it since I bought it, apart from to give it a wash. An old restored razor, not that old, and it cost me 20 quid plus potion packing. So thanks eBay, my first cutthroat. There you go. I think that's really about as far as I want to go with it. I'm not really comfortable with that. So we'll continue with the safety razor, which I'm going to place an Elios German inoxidable stainless steel blade, basically, in the old black safety razor, standard. Did I think that was, what did I think of that little bit of cutthroat shaving? Well, certainly not anywhere near as easy as using a safety razor. This little razor is very light, and so feel a little bit more confident with using that than I would say, for instance, for some of these very heavy cutthroat razors. Anyway, so there's the blade in the standard razor. Let's put some more shaving cream on. As you can see, it's drying out. Bluebeards Revenge. That definitely needs more water in it, there's no doubt about it. I've already put quite a lot of water in this shaving cream. Got to say, Bluebeards Revenge, I'm not dreadfully impressed. Will I try again with the cutthroat? Yeah, I probably will. Probably need to stop it a little bit. Didn't feel as sharp as I would like it to be. Certainly not nearly as sharp as a fresh blade with the safety razor, that's for sure. And the thing about using a safety razor is it has got an element of protection on it. It's you know, giving you a little gap on your skin, and protecting you a little bit from the blade. My skin's a little bit sore where I used the cutthroat. Not terrible, but certainly not as nice as it would be had I just used a safety razor. I did say that when I used a cutthroat for the first time, I would do it on YouTube, and so I have. I'm just going to move the camera. It seems to have moved a little bit. There you go. I think I might have nicked myself where I applied the cutthroat up here. I was as gentle as I could be, so maybe that wasn't dead sharp. I think I'm going to have a rinse off and assess the situation. Yeah, there's definitely a little few nicks here where I put the blade on my face in the beginning. I was as careful as I could be, obviously didn't get it quite right. There are people who seem to be able to put a safety razor on their face and shave fearlessly and get a good shave the first time, but one of those people's not me. So we may have to move to a fourth pass, I'm not really sure. Let's see how we go. pretty sure I'm the first person doing a shaving video who's ever shaved for the first time with a cutthroat razor on YouTube. If you think you've done it as well, let me know in the comments below. And so we started off with a couple of nicks, so we're finishing with a couple of nicks as well. Managed to produce one here. Let's have a good old rinse off, shall we? Just rinsing my face. Let's get some of the shaving cream off. I may wet it again to deal with some of the little nicks that have cropped up. They're not severe, they don't really hurt. There may have been little tiny pimples that I couldn't see before I started, so that's yeah, that's quite stingy. Just putting the alum block under the tap briefly for a second, just to get it nice and wet. The sink is all full of soap, so I don't really want soap on my arm block. Okay, let's see. I think I deserve some aftershave now. Bit of sting. I'm using my Chanel Egoist aftershave. A little bit of redness up here, I don't know whether you can see that, that's from those little nicks and from the shaving cream. Quite nice. Okay, so just to sum up, that was the Jaguar Special Luxe 5/8 cutthroat razor. It's been reworked, that razor. It's got brand new scales on it, orange acrylic. And why it was so cheap, I guess it's not a known brand or whatever, or not very popular, or I'm not really sure why it was cheap, but it seems perfectly good to me. It's not very heavy, which is ideal for me because I don't really want a heavy razor, and I'm not wiping the edge of the blade, and I'm just going to leave that to dry in the corner for a little bit, and then I'll give it a strop a little bit later on. So the Elios blade, very sharp, smooth, really good, really enjoyed that. I would say it was about 5 times sharper than the cutthroat. easily 5 times sharper than the cutthroat. It just didn't feel it at all, that blade. And of course the standard safety razor, which I like more and more each time I use it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that rather different shave. A bit of a surprise. I may or may not put any details down below, so you might have had to watch to here to work out what's going on. And I'm just drying off my alum block so I can put it away so it doesn't get all gungy inside its little box. So hope you enjoyed that. In the end I enjoyed it too. Have a great weekend and have some great shaves, and we'll see you in a few days time when I've got a bit more growth for another Britshaver shave right here on YouTube. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.